What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So for this horror trailer review, we are taking a look at the new trailer for Predator, Killer of Killers for Hulu animated movie marks new evolution for the franchise. We watched the first teaser, I guess we'll call it. I don't know if it was a full trailer, but maybe it wasn't a full trailer. We reviewed a little bit, probably like a month or so back when they released it. And I will say I was one of those that wasn't all that into it. And I don't know if it's just the style of animation or if it was just the look and feel of how the stories were flowing. Now, I did say if you go back and watch that video, it will be in our trailers playlist. I do like the stories itself. Some of the scenes that we were seeing, I would have thought, oh, those would look absolutely epic in live action. And I understand why they went down the animated road, probably for cost and still in an attempt to put content out there, because we know the Alien franchise. I feel like the Predator franchise and the Alien franchise have always been in some type of competition. We saw them both have their peaks and their definite lows, and they had a definite low together when they did the Alien versus Predator films, which were just, I'll say again, in my opinion, just my opinion, were absolutely trash. They should have been rated R. They should have been a lot more science fiction horror than they were. I think, in my opinion, they were both films were just cash-ins to say, oh, look, we finally gave you, the fans, what you wanted. We put Alien Predator in the same film. Be happy. And again, they were just trash films. I think with the resurgence of the Alien franchise, they're going really all in with that. They're going all in with those films, especially after Alien Romulus being a success. I say being a success overall. I know there were still a lot of fans that did not like it. And now we have Alien Earth now coming out this summer here in what, 2 or 3 months. It will be coming out. A lot of people, like myself, are looking forward to seeing what that's going to be about. I'm not going to get on my soapbox about still what is my biggest pet peeve about that series that they have yet to explain how it's going to be explained, which is the timeline. But with Predator now, we're getting this animated anthology type movie. We're getting another live action film, which we did watch the teaser on that. Wasn't too keen on the new look of Predator, and as I've mentioned, as we will see in this trailer, I'm sure the Predators will look different, and I accept that. In the film Predators, where it's kind of like that whole Hunger Games type scenario, the Predators did look different, and I was all for that. But in this new look, it never looked right. It looked so synthetic. It looked very fake. It didn't look realistic at all for what they were trying to give us as the audience. Just my opinion, but I will still give it a chance. Maybe that wasn't the final product. Maybe, like do some touch-ups, whatever. It might look a little bit different. So let's get into this article. Then we're going to jump over and take a look at the teaser trailer itself. So scroll down here. The classic action horror franchise is getting its first animated installment with anthology movie Predator, Killer of Killers, which begins the hunt on Hulu on June 6, 2025. Co-directed by Dan Trachtenberg and Josh Wasung, the upcoming Predator, Killer of Killers has received a new trailer and new poster today. Haven't seen this poster, so hopefully I'll like the poster. You guys know my standard when it comes to posters. Just give me the poster and the title. I don't need anything else. So we'll see what they did here. I highly doubt that's what they did, though. Watch the new trailer for the Predator animated movie below, which we're going to do. The original animated action adventure film follows 3 of the fiercest warriors in human history, a Viking raider guiding her young son on a bloody. So we've read this synopsis plenty of times. At least this would be at least the 4th time we've gone over it. I'm not going to read it now verbatim. It hasn't changed. I will put the link for this article in the description of the video below. So if you want to go back and read the synopsis again, you can do so, but we're not gonna do that. So let's just keep scrolling. Still the same information. The film is directed by Dan Trachtenberg. We know all this, just more people involved, producers. Okay, in the anime movies, Wake Predator Badlands hits theaters on November 7th. So that's one I'm sure we did get a teaser for, as far as a teaser trailer. I imagine we'll probably see at least 2 to 3 more trailers before November 7th. Probably also some TV spots, like those 30 to 45-second TV spots. So I imagine we'll see those as well. All right, so we have the trailer here, which we're going to click on in a moment. So here's the poster. It's all right. It's all right. Not my favorite we've seen. Don't like this from the director of Prey. Get rid of that. I mean, it's an animated movie, so I expect it to look animated. I don't like, I mean, June 6th, Hulu, when that's bigger than the name of the film, that's a problem. And then you have this 20th Century Studio sitting there, looks very out of place. I don't like that. I'll get rid of that and make June 6th Hulu a lot smaller. Again, that should not be bigger. I mean, that Hulu, that H is bigger, bigger than all of this. I mean, Killer is bigger than Killers, but this H, I mean, Hulu looks much either the same size or just as big as Killer. Get rid of that nonsense. I mean, I can deal with this rated R down here and the 20th Century Studio label down here, but yeah, that just doesn't look right. Now, I will say the anime poster I did like is where we saw the samurai sword sticking in the ground, a shield laying up against it, and a pair of dog tags hanging off the handle of the samurai sword, and then it was covered, not completely covered, but it was covered in the Predator's green blood. I thought that has been the best poster that's been done for this. It highlights all 3 stories very nicely as far as Viking, samurai, World War II soldier, and then Predator. So, all right, let's get back to the top of this article, and then we will see. All right, let's get back to the top of this article. All right, and now we will check and see what this trailer is going to give us.
My son, tell me why we fight.
Because our enemy still lives.
You all have traveled far and miss the warmth of home. But tonight, think of only one thing. Killing the monster.
You're not hearing me. There's something else up in the sky. And it's not human.
I pray you bloody your spear tonight. You are ready now. There's only one way to kill it. We must fight together.
Here we go. What happens if we survive?
So I'll say this: I feel this trailer was much. Let me close out the trailer. I feel this trailer was much better than the first trailer that we got. Definitely got a lot more scenes in this one that we didn't see previously. I don't know. I feel like this has grown on me a little bit. I do though wish, especially the samurai storyline. I think when we saw the scene when they're running on top of the building and the Predator is, he's got his camouflage on, the ninja's running and he jumps off and kind of does like that, almost like a 360 or a 180 in midair after he throws the smoke bomb down, and he's turning and the Predator just jumping through the smoke and his camouflage turns off. That would be such an epic scene in a live action Predator film. And I think much of what we saw here, especially at the beginning of the trailer, and I feel like the trailer focused a lot on the samurai story. Some of the, I think we saw two kills at the very beginning, and one of them was new. I don't recall seeing when he cut the head off almost at the jaw, like halfway through the jawline at the beginning of the trailer. We didn't see that in the first one. It's growing on me a little bit. I will be checking this out because I am interested to see it fully, not just parceled out in like 2 minutes, to see again if it fully pulls me in from and grabs my attention to see how this is going to play out. I do think these Predators look, even for animation, look better than the one that we got to see for Badlands. I think that one is far less superior to compare to these animated ones. Now, don't get me wrong, I know it's animated. You can do a lot more with that. We've seen that time and time again. I like the way these ones look a little bit more, but this is starting to grow on me. And as I was sitting here and I pulled it up because the full name of it escaped me. This animation looks very, very different than what we typically see. And it reminded me when we saw on Netflix, if you didn't see it, it's not horror, but Twilight of the Gods. It was something Zack Snyder did for Netflix. It was a very different type of animation than what we had seen. That's what it felt like. Someone was trying to do something different, I don't want to say very different, because it seems like that's implying no one's ever done animation like this, and that's not what I'm saying. But it just feels like we don't see this type of animation that much, and now we are, and we are going to see it for Predator, Killer of Killers. So I will say I did enjoy this trailer a bit more than the first one. It could just be that it's growing on me, and I'm becoming more interested in seeing it. I am more interested in seeing this than Badlands, just based on what we've seen for Badlands. Again, it could just be the fact of how the Predator looks is turning me away from that. But I'm a longtime Predator fan. I'll still watch it. I'll still give it a chance to win me over, just like I will this series, this animated movie anthology series, or whatever you want to call it. So anyways, that's the latest trailer for Predator, Killer of Killers. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Are you now like me? Are you now starting to get won over and interested in this, or were you already all in from the get-go? Or third option, you don't care. Predator, the franchise, is just not for you. You feel the Predator franchise has been dead for a while, and it's still not at where it needs to be to win you back over. So again, drop a comment in the comment section, and if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we will see you at the next one. Later.